In March 2022, my 32-year-old daughter, Charlotte, had a massive brainstem stroke, which left her with locked-in syndrome, paralyzed from the neck down with only eye movement. With locked-in patients, there is no cognitive damage, so Charlotte was fully alert and aware of her situation and everything that was happening to her. She could only communicate with her eyes. She spent 6 weeks in ICU and endured 3 brain surgeries to save her life. She was on a ventilator and given a 1% chance of survival. Upon release from inpatient care, we moved her into my daughter Jamie's home because the layout was more ideal to accommodate her needs. I stayed there with Charlotte as her main caregiver for over a year. I went home once a week to see my husband and our 2 senior dogs. But Charlotte could only visit her home from the outside, as there wasn't any way to get her into the house. We used all of the resources available to find a way to get Charlotte home. The cost of equipment, caregiving, and therapy needed for Charlotte's recovery left us financially drained. Then a friend referred us to the wonderful team at Habitat. They helped us secure funding, and within months, we had a plan to install a ramp and modify the doorways and widen the space to accommodate Charlotte's 400-pound wheelchair. We arranged for the Habitat Carpenters Club to be there the day we brought Charlotte home again for the first time since her devastating stroke. Habitat is family to us. We will forever be grateful and humbled by their kindness, dedication, compassion, and hard work to make Charlotte's dream of coming home a reality. Since coming home, Charlotte has had marked improvement in all her therapies and is now speaking in sentences. Her biggest gain is in her core strength, and greatest of all, Charlotte started to walk. Her determination and commitment to recovery is remarkable. Charlotte loves the independence her new setup has given her. Thanks to the Habitat team, she can venture out freely from her bedroom to our deck, go up and get the mail, water the plants, and take the dogs for a walk. She also enjoys being in her room, spending time with the dogs, painting, coloring pictures, texting her friends, of course, and hosting barbecues. She is healthy, happy, and forever grateful to be home. Charlotte had a few words she wanted to say. I'm forever grateful for Habitat for making it possible for me to come back home. I left that night to go to the ER, and it took 2 full years to be able to be back in the house that I have lived in my entire life. You and your team helped me to be able to be in the place where I feel most comfortable, and that is so important now for me. I'm so thankful to you all that I can spend time with my dogs. Don't cry, who have become such a blessing, and the reasons for the smiling and laughing in my new nightmare of a reality. And to be able to be back home with my parents is such a privilege. So thank you so very much. You successfully make everybody cry. Thank you, and may God bless all of the volunteers who participate with Habitat and for making the impossible possible.